Peace and blessings to everyone. But all the fuck shit, man, it's got to be addressed. Growing up in the 80s, 90s, it was a much simpler time. I knew going down the street, going to the park, going to the movie theater, the mall, um, even a thing like the arcade, which is a Dave and Buster's now or a Main Event. But back in the day, we had a nice arcade, and you could go in there, and boys and girls would be playing and having time of their life. Um, I can't tell what's a man and a boy no more. I can't say nothing about a sweet ass nigga being in the same space, looking like a boy, knowing it's a boy, and then this nigga want to act like a female, and I got to sit there and say, oh, he's so brave. He's so, what the fuck am I for being heterosexual and liking women? I'm not brave, am I? I'm not fearless because I like pussy. But he fearless because he take dick or suck dicks, and he a man. He's not contributing to having any children. If he is he done lied to some woman about liking pussy. And that's okay. No, it ain't. Strippers, you ain't worth a damn. You serve no purpose in the world. I'm sorry to tell you this, and no one has ever told you this. What do you do with the world? You take the proceeds and get your hair, nails, eyelashes, makeup, clothes, bags, shoes, trips, go out to eat. Like what? How does that help the black community? How does that help your daughters or your son or your niece and nephews or anyone in the community? You looking cute, you get in a car, you get in a place you stay in, so you go somewhere and take off your clothes, and you make more money than the men that pave the roads, who fix the cars, who do the electricity, who do the plumbing, who make it, who take the trash out, who make everything possible for you to live your stripper life. The building you go into got built from somebody built this motherfucker. A carpenter had to come in this bitch, put the plumbing, put the lights in this motherfucker. Somebody had to set up the DJ booth and run all these wires. Somebody had to put all these fucking poles in here. If it wasn't you, all you do is get up out your bed, wash your crotch a little bit, and you back to it. Look at me again and again. Again and again, I'm a sex worker. Again and again, I'm a sex worker. No nigga don't fuck with me unless I'm a sex worker. Put your clothes on and see how many tips you get. Get in a car accident and be paraplegic and see how many tips you get, since you think you just got it like that. I'm tired of goddamn hoes getting any type of partial treatment of goodness. You a hoe. You should be treated like a hoe. But the money you make in them trash bags, the niggas should be trying to take from you as soon as you come out the back door. You taking money from treachery anyway. Niggas who work hard and build the structure of the country is not taking that same hard-earned money and turning back around and giving it back to a stripping bitch that he can't get no pussy, no time, no care, no concern, no nothing outside of this club can he get. But he gonna go broke in here. $400, $500, $600,000. Nigga after nigga after nigga. When you going home getting your back blown out by a whole nother nigga. What the fuck am I paying you for?
Hold yourself out. You slutted yourself out. You had no self-respect for yourself at any point in your youth, history, so on and so forth. You are literally Blac Chyna in the hood. The only difference between you and Blac Chyna is that you didn't meet Tyga because he wasn't born yet. Man, do you know what they was doing at Freaknik? Man, them hoes was getting slutted. It was way worse than it is now. These chicks is kind of tame compared to what it was. Man, listen. Let me tell you a story. And this is the honest to God truth. I'll put it on my dead father. We used to hit Belle Isle here in Michigan, right? Before they cleaned it up, before the state took it over, and black people was complaining, and the state fixed the fucking place, right? We used to hit Belle Isle. Belle Isle was an island that's attached to Detroit that you can actually look over in Canada and see Windsor, right? And we used to hit Belle Isle. And I remember me and the older homies, because I always hung with my older brothers, right? 6 or 7 years older than me. Me and the older homies, we used to hit Belle Isle. Belle Isle used to be packed. I mean, packed. Music, it used to look like fucking Freaknik. It was like Freaknik here in Detroit, right? And we used to hit Belle Isle. And my man's, he was dancing with this chick, right? On everything. He was dancing with this chick. I will call my brother right now. It wasn't my brother, it was another dude that was with us. And he dancing with this chick, right? So we chilling and we vibing, we, playing with the music and we vibing and stuff like that. And I look over again, and he got her pinned against the car, right? And they get real freak wild, butt nasty, and he started to slap her butt and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, it's getting crazy over there. All right, and so, we out here chilling, it's Belle Isle, you know what I'm saying, getting it up. It's the late 90s, early 2000s or whatever, everything is popping off. Actually, it's the late 90s, probably 98, 97, whatever. We making it happen or whatever. I look the fuck over again, and this motherfucker is going ham inside of the car. I mean, he got her in the back seat of the car, door open, music still playing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, fuck, they getting crazy over there. Honest to God, on my father's grave. So I'm like, damn, let me move over. So, we hit the streets because it's like the strip and everybody driving by and you got your cars parked. Honest to God on everything. I looked over about a minute and a half later, and this motherfucker had his pants down and he was fucking her. And she was in it. On everything. Right then and there, in front of everybody. My mans was busting down the shit. Now, he was like 4 or 5 years older than me, but he was busting her down in front of everybody right there on Belle Isle. This is the late 90s. I wasn't even 18 years old. I wasn't even 18 years old. He was busting down a chick. He went from dancing, getting freak nasty, to just progressively getting freaking nasty on against the car. Next thing you know, he humping on her inside of the back seat. Next thing he got his pants down, I'm like, oh. I'm like, Hopo, who is these niggas? I wasn't even as disappointed in him, right? Because I'm like, yo, you didn't even use a rubber. You just met this chick. You was just dancing with her. You don't even know her name. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. It seared my brain. And it helped me to understand the nature of what women will let men do and what men will go through in order to get some pussy. Right then and there, he fucked her. Right there on the back seat. And it only took him about a good 30 seconds to get done. And she walked away. And she was cool with it. She walked away and she was cool with it. They never exchanged information. He never knew her name. He had her dress up. He fucked her right then and there. That was the end of the conversation, and I think he busted her. I don't know if that chick had a kid. I don't know if she ever got pregnant. Thank God he didn't catch no disease as a result of it. But this is the late 90s. This is the nature of how women have been since the beginning of time. So if you're sitting here and complaining, talking about 2023, we need to get these women together. No, this has been the nature of how things have been within our culture.
Them hoes
for
been out of sorts.
Fucking time.
Them hoes been
And
out
he
of
fucked
sorts.
her to Twister. It might have been Do or Die. Might have been Do or Die. I don't know. Might have been Snoop. Who knows? They ain't but hoes and tricks. Licked on these and sucked it. I'm telling you, it's been bad since and that's why me and my wife, based off of the things that we had seen in this world up until the point where we had got married, we were content with the idea of not having a child. Oh, let me cook. We gonna talk about it tonight. Me and my wife, we were content with the idea of not bringing a kid into this world because we was like, yo, it is fucked up out here. It is messed up. It took some convincing. It took some long, hard prayer, thoughts, conversations with our parents, friends, family, church members, so on and so forth, for us ever to come to the idea or to the conclusion that we were going to have a child. And we said, if we're going to have a child, we're going to be incredibly responsible. We're going to show her, not talk about it, not say and things to her that like, don't do what we did, do what we say. We're going to be a reflection of it, because I believe that how it is that you impact or the influence that you leave on a person is not what you say, it's what you do. And then the things that you say is just the cherry on top. That's the other 10%. Body language is 90%. What it is that they see is 90% of the conversation. The other 10% is the things that you say that reinforce what you taught them based off of how it is that you treat their mother. So when you see me fierce, loving, affectionate, very much a pillar of my household and my family, and I'm so loving to my wife, and you will never ever see me raise my voice to her, and I teach her and I show her and I put her in a position to succeed, and she's incredibly submissive in this household and things like that. We do this because we're being the example that my father and my family taught to us, and then I brought my wife into this household, into this environment, right, in which I'm now responsible for the impression that I leave on my daughter. We do this because this is the thing that we want to see in the person that we brought into this world involuntarily. She never asked to be here. My daughter never asked to be here. She never had a say-so of whether or not she was going to be born. We wasn't sitting here passing blame on each other, talking about, well, you're the one that's responsible for whether or not we have a kid. And she wasn't sitting here saying to me, well, you're responsible for whether or not you married me before we had sex. No. We set the standard very, very early and said that we're going to go about doing things the right way, whether or not we have a kid or we don't have a kid, because it is important for us to leave this world in a better space had we not been here. And when I said, this is how we move, and she said, I'm following your lead. This is how we moving, I'm following your lead. But now we live in an environment where men don't even know what it means to be a man anymore. Oh, yeah. Fellas, you thought you was going to escape this conversation, but you know.
I'm gonna get back to it though. When this whole internet shit came out, Facebook first, then Instagram came. I've never been on Snapchat. I've never been on TikTok. I stepped on Twitter for 2 seconds, but I think I got kicked. Well, yeah, I got my shit suspended because I got into it with a white boy who, I'm not about all the back and forth talking. I wish death upon you and your people, nigga. Fuck all this extra shit. Let's get right to it. Any of you fucks who think my people should not have everything you have and then some, or beneath you, I say we're gonna put our best and our brightest against you in a goddamn field, and we're gonna watch what take place, nigga. If you survive, you get another day, but tomorrow we're gonna find another one of our biggest and brightest to come expunge that shit you was talking about. You know what I mean? You think you know some shit. You don't know shit nowhere, man.
Love yourself for doing it.
I believe in getting rid of liabilities. I don't believe in this whole keep your enemies closer. What are you talking about? How am I gonna get some rest if I got an enemy by me? I can't go to sleep well. I'm constantly, every sound, every movement. Over there, what the fuck? What's this? I remember I've never been in the street gang. I've never been in hood politics or none of that shit. But I've had situations fucking around with females that I'm going to the mailbox, I'm going out to the car, I'm doing everything with a pistol in my hand with one in the head. Let's stop playing. I'm not finna play with you. Even though I know they got some shit that I blow out our back from where they stay at. I know that. But we talking about you everyday regular degulars. But anybody who feel like they better, and we don't deserve, I feel like eliminating them. I want to make it as there are so many sex workers, and they have to do so many hours to be sex workers by fucking the crazies of the men. Can't just fuck dudes who got money. You gotta fuck the dudes who are the rapists, the molesters, and the other niggas. You gotta pretend like you don't like it, and you gotta goddamn take dick from a nigga who's aggressive and all that shit. Somebody gotta do it. Why not the woman who is a sex worker anyway? At least she used to it to some degree. Instead, he grabs some mother who's, you know, working down at the bank, doing the best she can. The daycare worker. He fucking snatch her up because the hoes ain't available to fuck on. Hoes got morals and standards. This shit be blowing me. How's you having morals and standards? You a hoe. You sell yourself for money. You don't. I shouldn't have to listen to you about anything. But we live in a world where we just let shit go. Like, shit, that ain't how it go. Woman ain't never been supposed to be in charge of the fucking money in the house. Now, look at how the house and look how shit be going with a woman. Oh, that's fucked up that you say that. Okay. Okay. So you motherfucking say? What you talking about? I ain't never seen I haven't seen it where it works. If that woman is just trying to do shit by herself totally. I'm not saying you need a fucked up nigga or some fucked up friends around, fucked up family. I'm talking about good people, good, non-biased, good-hearted, having principles, having decency people around you to help guide your movement. And on top of all that, you need God in your life, you stupid motherfucker. You running around doing all this shit, but God ain't got nothing to do with what you got going on.
I split it?
Yeah, I'll pay half, you pay half.
Do we split the mortgage?
Well,
Do we split the car outside?
no.
Who pays the T-Mobile bill?
You do.
You have your cute little job, pay the cute little bill. This isn't fair.
You really want me to pay for all of
You
it?
want me to pay for everything?
You must have lost your mind.
And make investments for us and worry about our future? How about you take care of something? I think that's only fair.
You know what? I like what he did there. Do we split the mortgage? Do we split the car note, the insurance, and all of that stuff, the cell phone bill, and now you want to split the dinner bill? When you invited me here, don't fall for that, bro. Put your foot down, bro. Straight up, because she's trying to play you like a sucker. And that's her husband that she's doing that to. Imagine what some of these women are doing to you guys when they really look at y'all like y'all are disposable. Don't fall for it, bro.
Sometimes a woman can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk. We do that.
Yes,
We
but
will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough. To stay in a
Okay.
relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like
I don't-
he's good all. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically,
That's great,
healthily. Like
but
he's a good man.
that
But-
doesn't mean that he's the man for you.
You need to leave that dope alone.
Man, you need to sell that crack, man.
You need to leave that dope alone.
Who is he funny in, bitch?
When you're going through these
This bitch
motions
look
of getting
crazy.
to
All
know
they
him,
hair
you're
look crazy.
realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't with his humor. Like, he could be funny, but
And
he's
that's
not
what,
funny
and
to
that's
me.
why a lot of modern
Or-
women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man because
Maybe that's what
he's
they
a
like.
good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out.
All right, fellas, this is proof that you cannot please every one of
But I
them.
want to
Right?
see what Shawty look
Did you
like
hear what
though
she
in the
said?
black.
Being a good man is not enough to stay in a
That shit
relationship
spread
with a
on
man.
that couch.
To me, that
Look,
sounds like
that
she
don't
wants
look
somebody,
spread right.
like somebody off of social media, like
That-
one of those type of
that-
guys, an entertainer or something like that. A regular dude who's faithful, loyal,
It's spread.
provider is just not gonna be enough for her. Don't waste your time with women like that, bro. Straight up, she's nothing. She's nobody. Real talk.
Real
Do
talk.
not act tough, no matter how strong you are. Let me explain why. You probably noticed a lot of these professional fighters, like boxers, wrestlers, and etc., they say they would never fight in the street. And there's a reason behind that, because it's just not worth it. For example, the other day, I was with my friend in a parking garage. It was late at night, we're trying to get out. For some reason, my card wasn't working. So I asked the lady if I can pay with cash. The guys next to us started laughing and saying things like, "Oh, you got a Beamer, but you can't even pay for parking?" And I just ignored it. And they just kept going with it. Like, damn, dude got a Beamer, he can't do. And it was literally just two fat dudes sitting in the car.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there.
I wrestled in high school. I played football. As a kid, I did Muay Thai. So I know how to stand for myself. My friend is 6'2" that hits the gym. So guess what we did? We just kept it pushing. You know why? You have to understand. If those two people have the courage to talk to you like that, that means they have nothing to lose. And it's bad when people have nothing to lose. Guess what happened when we drove off? Nothing. If we responded, could have been bad.
All right, fellas, this man 100% right. Don't be out there acting tough. I'm gonna tell you a few reasons. One, the person you messing with might seriously got them hands for real and will put hands and feet on you. I've seen people get head butted. I've seen people get choke slammed. I've seen people get knocked out cold. I've seen people get stabbed when you didn't even know a weapon was on the person. I've seen people get shot. Acting tough is not the way to go. There's always somebody bigger and better than you, bro. I don't care what nobody says. Be smart enough to live another day.
Do you think we could split it?
What kind of shit is that?
Now look, we already told y'all how it go down at them hospitals, man. I'm gonna link the video right here so y'all can go and watch that one. It's a very important video for you to watch. You might be dating one of them girls.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I'm a mother.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
So when a guy's like, ooh, let me go over, like, I don't care if your kid's there, like, I'll wait till they're asleep. Blocked.
Alright. What the fuck is wrong with mothers who couldn't keep the nigga, don't want the nigga you had a baby by? He don't want you, but now you telling new niggas what the principles is to fuck with you. Bitch, you had a baby by old boy. What happened to shaming a bitch? Fellas? Anybody? What's wrong with her being a single mama? What's wrong is the fucking child is gonna suffer, you stupid, selfish hoes. You wanna take pictures and motherfucking buy outfits and buy shit, but it's missing something, ho. It's missing the person you fucked that had a baby. Now, some of you fucking had a baby and don't bother the nigga at all. Some of you fucking bother a nigga all the goddamn time. But you want full rights over this baby and dangle the baby. The baby is mine, came from me. Well, bitch, when I told you I ain't want it, do I get to say so? Or is you the only bitch who get to say so? It come from my body. This nut came from my body, bitch. And what you doing with my nut is on me too. But a bitch will stand up nationwide and goddamn say, man don't got no right. All he got the right to do is not nut in this pussy. Bitch, this was given to me by God. God gave me this right. You don't want me to nut in this pussy. You don't want me to fuck on this pussy. Don't give me no pussy. And that's the only way we can go about that. But you don't control how I'm going to get into some pussy. You have no say-so. You have no say-so. Once you give the pussy, not, oh, you don't have no say-so to me fucking you or not. Once you allow me to do what I'm doing, in the midst of doing it, you don't control nothing. And if I don't want you to take my nut and create with it, bitch, I can tell you that. A bitch will say, well, you shouldn't have done it then. Bitch, this was made by God. Fuck wrong with you? Them other niggas you were fucking, did you goddamn want to have a baby? You should have a lot of babies by now, bitch. Y'all playing games. Like, y'all hold it like body count matters, because, bitch, it's about how many babies you could have had by how many niggas. All y'all niggas throw in the game is wear your protection. What happened to stop fucking everybody? Huh? Stop fucking just because you want to fuck. Oh, what? Fuck with one person, man. Or a tight, y'all hoes just be swapping them out. Telling the nigga, I like you, bitch. You fuck the nigga that look like a fucking weirdo in real life. And you talking about, bitch, you just like dick. And I'm going to go ahead and get me some pussy, since trying to go get a young bitch will end in a disaster. So let me take some of this old pussy that, been fucked on by whoever fucked on it. And that ain't supposed to have nothing to do with me. Are you mad? You have a nigga baby and it ain't supposed to have nothing to do with me? It don't got nothing to do with me then. And you don't either. Where that nigga at? I'm going to always refer back to the nigga you had a baby with. Talk to him. He's important. He's special.
Done. Like, what the f you mean you don't wait for my kid to be asleep? Bitch, hell.
Yeah, real fucking quick.
That's an instant turn off.
Let's get some more female talent in here. Look, let me just say this. What if that was your baby mama and she was letting dudes come over there? Even if your child was asleep, you'll be looking at her like she loses a goose, man. Come on, bro. But at the same time, man, ain't nobody hard up like that about that. Come on, man. Let's be real, bro. Like, it's not that special, bro, for somebody to be like, yeah, I just gotta come to your house. Nah, it ain't that deep. Come on, chill out.
I went on a date today, and let me tell you my experience. I planned ahead, and I went to the store and bought flowers. Show up to the date with the flowers in hand. She said, why did you buy flowers?
Send it to someone who needs it. Hold this L.
I thought that's what we were supposed to do. Am I wrong? Oh, and to top it off, I ended up keeping the flowers. She didn't want them.
To me, bro, bringing some flowers on a first date is some sucker shit. That's just me personally. I don't think that's what you should have done, because she definitely would have looked at you like, oh, I got me a sucker. Definitely.
Yeah, like, it's different if, of course, you done talk to this bitch and y'all, you happen to talk about or bring up a conversation, and she was like, oh my God, I really just love da-da-da-da. I haven't had any da-da-da, and you wanted to do something. I probably, if I did it, I would have to get them junk. I wouldn't come to the restaurant with him in my hand. Like, before we leave, I'll pull him out the car and shit. Be like, oh yeah, by the way, then you say you fuck with them lilies or something, right? Boom, pull the lilies out. I have a good one, man. You be sweet, drive safe. Bow.
Bro, because who just bringing flowers on the first date these days, knowing damn well half of them for the streets, bro? She looking at you like a sucker, I promise you that. But I know you feel played because she didn't even want the flowers, and she made it known. Like, didn't even pretend that it was a lovely gesture. She looked you dead in your face and said, why did your lane bring me flowers? Come on. Which goes to show you a lot of these women aren't used to good men. They're used to toxic dudes. Now that you know she's toxic, what are you gonna do? You gonna continue moving on forward with her and just use her? Or are you gonna cut your losses and never talk to her again? Which one you gonna do?
It's the only time y'all see me cry on this app. Probably gonna be the first and only time y'all see me cry on this app. But I just woke up and my best friend of almost literally the last decade has unfollowed me on everything. And he started doing it app by app over the course of the last week. Mind you, we spoke last week. Like I wasn't noticing. And even though you unfollow me on this app, I hope this message still finds you, because I just want to know how you can so easily dispose of someone and something that you're supposed to care about. Someone who you know cares about you. I've had your back through everything. And vice versa, you've had mine. I don't care if you got a little girlfriend that don't approve of our friendship. I don't care about none of that. It was too easy for you to dispose of me, and that shit hurts a lot. I never would have expected you to fold this way, and especially without explanation. What I will say, though, is it's no love lost, and I hope this still finds you. I wish you the best.
Now listen, when she said that he blocked her on all social media accounts, that does lead me to believe that he has a girlfriend and he don't want you reaching out to him because it's pointless at this time. He never really considered you a real friend anyway. He was just playing friends so he could get the draws. And I don't know if he ever hit it or not, but let's just say he did. He realized you wasn't the type of woman he wanted to be with long term. Let's say he didn't. He still said, all right, cool, she's not the type of woman I want to be with. She's made it abundantly clear that I'm never going to hit. What's the point of even continuing this relationship? The whole time y'all was friends with each other, talking about y'all been through thick and thin, that sounds like he probably was helping you out, because what could you have done for him? You probably wasn't fighting women for him. You wasn't loaning him no money. Typically, that is not what female friends do with their male friends. And I don't really think that's a real thing for the most part. But to address his little girlfriend, she done did her reconnaissance. She knows he got a girlfriend, and she don't like the fact that that woman is getting all of his time now. I think she thinks that she was going to be able to just put him on the back burner while she was running the streets, and then when she realized that the streets wasn't where she needed to be, she was going to just use him as a contingency plan and settle down with that guy, thinking that he was going to go for it. But he wised up, came to his senses, made the wise decision. Let's go.
Bow. You gotta be wise, man. You ain't nothing else, boy. These hoes will goddamn make mockery out of you. They'll make you think they more important than what the fuck they are.
She's got talent.
And other niggas keep this shit going.
I said she's got talent.
At 5? You think you're in the top 15% of beauty? Why aren't you in Hollywood? Where are your modeling contracts?
My modeling contracts are not there because I'm not trying to be a model.
They find you.
No, but I don't want to be a model.
People in the
People, listen, ask me what people are finding me for.
All right, so I get it. Not everybody wants to be a model, but this is oftentimes a common deflection point that some women will use in order to try to save face and continue on their path of being right. So let me get this straight. You want men to believe that if you had the opportunity where someone was going to put you in clothes, let you model them, take pictures of you, and pay you in order to do it, and some of those clothes you actually get to keep, you're telling me that the average everyday woman would turn that down? That's like an average guy who loves football getting a call up to coach his favorite football team. He may not know crap about coaching football, not even coaching high school football, but you think that that guy's going to turn down the opportunity to coach his favorite team? No, it's not going to happen. But when your need to be right always is stronger than your need to be forthcoming, this is what you get.
Being single is for the goddamn birds. I'm over this. I just want to be laid up with someone. I just want to be appreciated. And then this mother wants to reverse it back into their spots.
If you are emotionally sensitive, delusional, or can't face reality, I advise you to exit now. Parental aggression is advised.
You joined a race where it was men and women, which is what you wanted, which is equality.
That's not ridiculous to say that.
Unfortunately, the men beat all of the women's times, and you're upset because women weren't given trophies.
If you ain't first, you're last.
You want a pat on your back for everything that you do. We built the world and y'all still don't appreciate it because you say you don't need a man.
You ain't lying. Well, because it didn't come in first. It has nothing to do with being sexist or equality. You got equality when you joined the race.
Exactly. So stop capping.
That is why nothing should be handed to anybody in life.
Thank you.
I believe you should work for what you
Hint
want.
sex
Spoiling
workers.
someone only hurts them and mad at every man in the world.
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny.
What you're looking for is special treatment. People who come in first, second, and third get the trophies, and that's how that works.
We dominate women in like every category. We stronger, we faster, we smarter, and most of all,
This is a
Message!
Message.
I'm sure after that response,
Men
she
are
had no
not
choice
strong
but to
enough
sign
to
up for
handle the
Twitter for the rest
sexual
of the day.
past of a
Matter of
woman
fact,
they
probably
love.
she's gonna have to hold
This
that
is
L on
not a
this one.
debate.
It's yours.
Bitch, who
Own
is
it.
you?
You got no other choice. Roll the next clip.
You ever bought a butt? A fake butt for a woman you love?
nah.
Because you can't get that butt back, can you? Once you buy the butt, that's their butt. Is that true?
You talking about the shots or the implants?
You ever keep the receipts on a butt?
I ain't never bought it, but I just told you that.
Yeah, that's true. I was just
Trying to chip me. He's slick.
You never know.
A general problem is that we
You
have
never know.
women in our families, in our communities, on social media, giving us really horrible advice that maybe works for some people in the lifestyle that they're okay with having, but honestly leads to a life filled with insecurity insecurity, regret, lack of self-worth. And instead of being honest about how their decisions have impacted their life so that they can steer younger women in the right direction, before it's too late, women would rather give advice that leads to repeating cycles of trauma. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. I feel like I'm preaching today. Well.
Guy gets rejected before prom and laughed at, but everything changed when he brought his Lambo to school. The guy came from a rich family but did not let anyone know because he wanted to live a normal life at school. However, prom was coming up, so the guy decided to ask his crush out to prom. But the guy gets rejected and laughed at by a bunch of girls. The next day, the guy decided to ask his rich dad if he could drop him off at school with the Lambo. Everything changed when the kid was dropped off at school with the Lamborghini. All the girls that laughed at him and rejected him decided to ask him to prom. The guy was rejected and laughed at, but immediately when the dad dropped him off at school with the Lamborghini, everything changed and girls decided to treat him differently. But you never believe what the guy does when he notices the change.
Rate me on a scale from 1 to 10.
10. But you know, it's crazy. I don't like Hispanics, but you're cute though.
Really?
Yeah.
So let me get your number.
Alright.
Alright, cool.
You single?
Yes.
I don't got time for niggas.
I don't get in relationships. I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
Hey, listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but much respect to all the hard-working blue-collar men out there who wake up every single day before the crack of dawn, put their shoes on 1 foot at a time, go outside the door, and go and get the job done. If nobody said it to you yet today, appreciate you for your hard work, because you're the type of guys who make this world continue to turn and keep everything moving. Without hard-working men who are willing to do the dirty, grimy jobs that nobody else wants to do, this country would not be where it is today. If you've been watching this channel for a while, or maybe this is your first time and you've been enjoying the content, hit that like and subscribe button for me to continue getting more. Roll the next clip.
Women don't want to be wrong. They'd rather lie